I've been seeing videos about potty training children in just 3 days. I was so frustrated and so stressed that I cried. I actually cried. Then I came up to me and said, "Mommy, pee." And then quickly rushed to the toilet. And he peed the whole pee. He didn't pee on himself, the whole pee. He peed it inside the potty. I was so happy. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Mercy and this is with my little sprout. Okay, on today's video we're going to be talking about potty training and does it actually work, and if it doesn't, what do you do about that? So I've been seeing videos about potty training children in just 3 days. While this might work for some kids, let's be real, not all not all kids can learn that fast. For example, my son, it took a while longer for him to learn that, and we need to allow children learn according to their own pace. Now, in this potty training method I used, which is a 3-day potty training method, but for me and my son, it took way longer than that. I'll tell you how much longer it took as we go on, but let me just tell you this now. In this potty training method, there is no form of bribery. So there is no what they use, there's no stickers, there is no candy, there is no rewards which you have to win off of them later on. I just use verbal praise, praising him and making him feel proud of himself, right? And also during nap time, there is no form of pull-up, like this pampers that looks like pants, right? There's no form of pull-up during naps. I just went straight to underwear. Talking about the underwear, you don't need to buy like ridiculous amounts of underwear. I just bought like 10 is okay, and you don't need to buy it so much because there is a washing machine that you can use to wash it, or you can use your hands to wash it. So in this video, I'm going to be walking you guys through this method that I used, tell you guys or let you guys know what worked and what did not work, so you can have a smoother potty training for your little one. And oh yes, quick one, this is a daytime potty training, not a nighttime potty training. Why? Because at this age, the brain is not, or the child's brain is not fully developed for nighttime potty training yet. Nighttime potty training requires the brain to recognize that, oh, I need to go, while the child is still asleep. And for most toddlers, it takes time for this part of the brain to be fully developed, right? So right now, I'm just taking it slow, focusing on the, daytime potty training, and then soon I would now, start the nighttime potty training. But don't worry, I'll update you guys. So if you're in the middle of potty training or you're just about to start, grab a snack, get comfy, and let's dive in. Before you jump into potty training, the first step you need to do is to make sure that your child is actually ready for potty training. Not all children are ready at the same time. So looking for clear signs saves you a lot of stress and frustration. Now you might be asking, how do I get the signs? How do I know if my child is actually ready? Well, one big sign is if your child can understand and follow simple instructions or directions. Things like, can you go throw this in the trash? Can you please bring my phone for me? Can I have that remote, please? Why is this important? Because this training involves listening and following steps. Like going to the potty when you feel the urge, bringing down your underwears and washing your hands afterwards. Now, if your children or your child can follow simple commands, it makes potty training a whole much easier. Another big sign is noticing that your child can stay dry for longer periods of time. Now, most parents guess this, but for me, I actually observed it with my son Jidena. I noticed that he could go 1 to 2 hours without a wet diaper. And at first, I was worried. Is he dehydrated or something? But I knew that wasn't the case because I always ensure that I give him water because I don't like it when he's dehydrated. So this is a very good sign because you know that the child's bladder is ready for potty training, right? Now, listen, like I said earlier, not every child is ready for potty training at the same time or at the same age. The ages might differ, right? So please just keep observing, keep watching for these signs. And sleeping. So as I was saying, just keep watching, just keep being observant because trust me, potty training is much easier when the child is ready. Now, let's talk about the actual steps and the supplies you will need for potty training. The one, you're teaching your child accidents, where the pee and where the poop should go. And how do you teach your child what an accident is? You teach your children what an accident is by allowing them to have these accidents. And when they do have these accidents, please don't scold them. Trust me, I learned this the hard way. Do not scold them. Just say something like, wait, before I even tell you what to say, you have to be calm. Say something like, oops, the P or the we, like I call it, the P is not meant to go on the floor. It's meant to go in the potty. The potty. So you say this over and over and over again until they start to make, connections on the two. The goal is to help them understand that the pee and the poo is not meant to go on the floor or in their clothes. Every time they start to pee, you quickly guide them to the potty and tell them the pee is not meant to go on the floor. It's meant to go in the potty. That is all about catching them in the moment and reinforcing that habit. So for me, I'll tell my son, when you want to wee, oh God, I don't know why I like calling pee wee. I need to stop that. But I'll tell him, when you want to wee, you say, he'll repeat after me, wee. Then I'll tell him, when you want to poo, you say, he'll repeat, poo. So you have to keep reinforcing that habit so that they will make that connection. Number 3, your child has a better understanding about their body. You need to teach them, that potty training doesn't just apply in the house, but also wherever you go. This means that your child has to learn to hold their pee for a longer period of time when you're outside. Honestly, this part is the hardest. Actually, personally for me, it was the hardest. But I kept at it by ensuring that before we leave the house or before we left the house, Jidenna empties his bladder. And then when we go out, some days there's progress, other days total failure. But it doesn't matter. As I was saying, but that doesn't matter because at the end of the day, your child is still learning. Now, here are the things or the supplies I used for my son's daytime potty training. Apple juice. Apple juice keeps them hydrated and helps them to have the need to pee more often. Sippy cup. Underwears, like I said earlier, not more than 10. Socks and sweaters. White vinegar and baking soda, which is great for cleaning, by the way. Towels, a timer, bed absorbers, and a mobile potty. Another important thing is to block out at least 3 days. But in my honest opinion, 1 week. Because every child is different. While some can get it quickly, others don't. So this means that, there is no deep cleaning, no big fancy meal prep. What I did was I bulk cooked on Saturday, like on Saturday to the next week. I cooked a lot and then I stored it in the fridge. So when it was time for me to eat during the training process, I would just microwave and, eat. Now, I understand that this can be frustrating for parents that have 9 to 5, or they have, full-time employment at home. But honestly, this is what, you need to do to have a quicker and a much smoother and easier potty training. There is always a debate about whether to potty train a child with the big potty or the small potty. Some people say that it is bad to potty train a child with a small potty because you eventually have to wean them off of it and transition to the big potty. But honestly, it all boils down to the child. For example, I tried potty training Dana on the big potty, and I realized that he was always scared. Instead of him to use it, he would instead be thinking of the fear of falling down or entering into the potty. So I decided to get a small potty for him, and he loved that potty. And that was what I used to train him throughout. And right now, Dana can comfortably sit on the big potty and use it. He even chooses, like today, he might say he wants to use small potty or he wants to use big potty. My own is that he uses it. Another important thing is, please don't let your child sit on the potty for too long. They need to understand that there is time for everything, and right now it is time to use the potty. Once potty time is over, it is over. For me, once 1 minute is done, potty time is over. Because if you let them sit on the potty for too long, maybe reading books or singing for a long period of time or playing games, all in the name of wanting them to go, they would not understand what that potty time really is or what it is that they want to do there. Do you get? They will start using it as a means of escape or something like that, and we don't want that. So once potty time is over, it is over. Day one of potty training requires a lot of commitment and a whole lot of patience. But trust me, the effort is worth it at the end. Now, firstly, you do what you normally do. Take your child out of bed, but don't remove the diapers just yet. Go straight to breakfast. Now, during breakfast, give them a lot of apple juice. But one thing that you need to note is that I water down my apple juice. Please ensure you water down your apple juice. I watered mine down because I felt it was too sweet. And even apart from that, apple juice is a natural laxative. That is, it allows, easy stool. So please ensure you water down your apple juice before you give it to your child to avoid diarrhea. After breakfast, of course, bath time. So after bath time, I dressed the dinner up in just a sweater and a socks. The reason for this is because I potty trained Jidena during winter. So if you're potty training your little one during summer, it makes it a whole lot easier. So for me, I ensured that the house was fully heated and dressed them up in just a sweater and a socks. No underwear, no diaper, nothing from the waist down. You leave them butt naked. The idea behind this is they need to see and feel it when they pee or when they poop, so they will start to make the connection. I remember the first time the Dana peed on his body and he felt it. He was like, "Mommy, what is that?" And I was like, "It's your pee." And he was like, "Wee wee? Wee wee?" And then we started to say wee wee. I said, "Mommy, wee wee." I said, "Yes, it's your pee." And he said, wee wee. So when they pee, they would see it and they would feel it and they will know that, oh, I'm not meant to be doing this. Next, pick a pee zone. Pick a place your child can spend most of the day in. For me, I picked the living room. And In our living room, there's a center rug. I had to roll up the center rug. I rearranged the whole parlor so that it can be a lot of space and easy to pee floor. The floor our floor in the sitting room is wooden, so you can pee anywhere, and I was able to, easily clean the floor. So in this pee zone, we would play a lot of games. I would spend the whole day with him, play a lot of games, do a lot of fun activities with him, and I kept reminding him the pee goes in the potty. The pee goes in the potty. And for nap time, I use this what do you call it? This bed absorber, disposable bed absorbers or bed pads, and those things work like magic. I'll leave the Amazon link in my description box so you guys can go, check it out. Now, depending on how much apple juice you've given to your little one, set a timer. Set a timer between 15 to 20 minutes, right? The goal is to keep reminding them that the pee has to go in the potty. You have to keep reminding them this. For me, I used an AI called Alexa. Now, I use it because anytime it rings, I could hear it all over the house because it's loud. And apart from that, we have one in the living room and we have one in the bedroom. So I could hear it all over the house. But if you don't have this artificial intelligence called Alexa, you can use a smartwatch, you can use a phone, you can anything that you can set an alarm with. One mistake that we parents make is asking your little one if they need to go pee. Do you want to go pee? Are you ready to pee? Don't do that. Please don't ask them if they need to go use the toilet, if they need to go use the potty, please. Take them without asking. And remember, please remember, they will not pee on that first day. It is very rare for them to pee in the potty on that first day. Like, it is rare, and this is normal. Now, when they do pee on the floor, not if they pee on the floor, when they pee on the floor, this is where you watch how you respond to them. Please don't go shouting, scolding them, freaking them out. Don't do that. Because if you do that, you would, slow down the whole progress of everything. Let me tell you something. You can be firm with them and still not freak them out. You can be firm and pass a message, but please do not freak them out. The reason why you must not scold them or shout at them or freak out at them is because they would start to see using the potty as some form of punishment, and you don't want that. So when they start to pee on the floor, quickly carry them, rush them to the potty, and let them finish in the potty. Even though it's just little drops or 2 drops or 1 drop in the potty, that is considered a victory, my friend. You won. So you need to understand that you have to be with them all day. Not the one that you'll be in the kitchen cooking jollof rice and chicken or ewedu and amala while your son is in another place doing another thing. This potty training requires full focus, okay? And I know that it's a lot of work, but the reward is worth it at the end. Just be patient, watch your tone, and be consistent. Now, did day one of these 3 days potty training really work for me and my son Jidenna? Yes and no. Let me explain. So Jidenna successfully peed in the potty on the first day, but it wasn't until the end of this day one. So I decided to repeat these whole steps of the day one of the 3 days potty training method the next day. And let me tell you, the next day was a huge improvement. He even started saying pee and poo when he wanted to, use the potty. So, and this was a very huge and a great milestone for my son and I, right? So if your son or your daughter, your little one, does not, get that first day, or you feel they did not fully understand the process of that first day, just repeat it again like I did, and you would see improvements. Because remember, every child is different, okay? So here is the footage of day 1 of Jidenna's potty training. It's day 1, guys, and I'm trying to potty train Jidenna. Actually, it's day 1 after a failure. And I'm trying to potty train him. I'm not giving up this time. Jidenna is currently not wearing undies, as you can see. Anyways, I really hope today goes well. He peed once already, and then I told him, this is wee-wee, this is pee-pee. When you want to pee-pee, you have to go to the potty. And was like, potty? Let me see if you can remember. Jidenna, when you wee, you go to the potty. Say potty. Potty. Say potty. And yeah, and also you have to give them a lot of apple juice. So what is inside here right now is apple juice, and I also like watered it down a little, so you know it's not too sugary and all. So that's what he's currently drinking now, and then I have to wait 20 minutes after he drinks this, and you know, just time him. I really hope today goes well, and I don't know, everything just works out. Today has been something else. Jidenna weed. He peed twice on the floor, like on his body, and then I was like, you know, you're not supposed to pee here, you're meant to pee in your potty, right? The second time I quickly rushed him to the to his potty to see if he, you know, he can complete the pee in his potty, but he didn't, right? And then like a minute after, I set an alarm again for another. Thank you. So that was actually a false alarm. I saw him bending down like the way he does anytime he wants to wee or poo. That's why I quickly rushed, but he didn't wee. What was I saying? Oh, okay. So he didn't, like the previous time he didn't wee, and then like a minute later I just saw him pooing. I rushed him to the toilet so he can complete the poo inside his potty, but he didn't. So you guys, it's currently 8:28, and the progress so far is when like anytime he wants to wee, he would start to wee, and then I'll just be like, oh Jidenna. The way I react when it starts to wee, he would like, no, oh, something is wrong. Then he would pause, and then I'll quickly rush him to the toilet to sit on his potty, and then he would wee. So that's one progress I've noticed. I don't know, for me it's a very huge progress, because at least he knows that he would start to wee, and then, oh, I'm not meant to wee here. He would stop, and then would quickly rush to the toilet, and then he would pee in the potty, and you'll be like a reward. I'll hug him, tell him I'm proud of him. Hi guys, so it's the second day. I know I look horrible, so it has not been easy. Anyways, it's the second day, and there was like a lot of regression today. Like he peed on the floor again before rushing him to the toilet. I don't know. That's how life is, right? That's when you're training for something. You fail, you pick yourself back up. You fail, pick yourself back up. So it's no difference with training, like with potty training, sorry. Anyways, so I just hope today goes well. There was progress yesterday. Today there was a little regression, I mean, and it's just 11 something, so we still have a long way to go before the day ends. Then I hold on. So I hope today goes well, so that tomorrow he would like wear like some form of undies, and then I can teach him how to like remove his undies and then sit on the pole. So that's the plan. And yeah, look at him, he's currently playing with his pets. Jidenna, say hi. Say hello now. Come and say hello. He doesn't want to say hi. No, yeah, Vivi. Good job. Wow, Jidenna. Say high five. Give me 5. Good job. Yeah, we did it. What is that?
What are you doing?
Wee. And let me remove it. So guys, I had to quickly go have my bath, and because Jenna is sleeping now, so let me update you guys on our progress so far. So Jenna has actually like improved, like with the training, potty training and everything, because like twice before he slept, he was like, "Baby, poo poo," and then I'll take him there, he will pee, like really pee. I was so happy. And then anytime I take him every like 30 or 20 minutes, depending on like how much water or apple juice he drank, when I take him to the potty, he would pee. The only one that he has not done is to poo poo. He has not pooed yet, and with my research so far, they said that one is kind of tricky, that I just have to trust the process. So let's see. Alright, on day 2 of potty training, this is where you teach your little one that they don't pee when they have their undies or their clothes on. Before we jump right in, let me tell you something very important. Please do not freak out if on day 2 you feel like you are a step backwards. Calm down. I'm telling you this because I felt the same way. I was so frustrated and so stressed that I cried. I actually cried. But let me tell you, this is actually very normal because your little one is relearning what they learned on the first day with pants or undies on, which is, if you think about it, it is a lot for their little developing brains. Just like day 1, we start our mornings as usual. You get them out of bed, straight to breakfast. Remember, their diapers is still on, and then accompanying with the breakfast, you give them a lot of watered down apple juice so that they can have the need to pee throughout the day. After bath, this is where you introduce their underwears to them. You explain to them what the underwears are or what the underwear is, and you keep reminding them that the pee and the poo still goes into the potty. Now, here is the tricky part about this. The idea is catching them before the accident happen. Because if you think about it, the underwear that they are wearing to the kid can also serve as a pull-up diaper, and so they can just easily pee in them, thinking that it's the pull-up diaper. So the moment you see them peeing, rush them to the potty, and this is where you begin to use the word no. But be careful how you use the word no. Remember, if you feel the need, you can be firm but not scary. For me, whenever I saw Jidenna peeing, I'll quickly say, "Jidenna, no," and then I'll rush into the potty and say, "On this down," and then you pee in the potty. You see that I was firm. I was firm. Then when I got to with him to the potty, I started making it fun. And remember, even though it's just 2 drops of water that enters inside that potty, my dear, celebrate like you just won one big lottery or one big award, because that, my friend, is victory. Now, same as before, set a timer between 15 to 20 minutes. If they don't pee, take them again after 5 minutes, like 5 minutes later. Keep resetting the timer. And remember, don't ask them if they need to go pee. Just take them. Now, let's be honest. Jidenna peed on himself, like on his undies, for the whole day. He only successfully peed in the potty twice. How did we do this? When I saw him pee, I rushed into the toilet and he only peed like 3 drops. Even though he peed only 3 drops, I was so happy. I praised him like he won an award. And yes, just like I did for the first day or for day 1, I repeated the same step the next day, making it day 4. And let me tell you, the next day there was a lot of progress, a lot of improvement than the previous day. And I was so happy about that. Like, Jidenna came up to me and said, "Mommy, pee," and then quickly rushed to the toilet, and he peed the whole pee. He didn't pee on himself, the whole pee He peed it inside the potty. I was so happy. And the way I praised him, like he won one big award. I'll be like, high 10, poo, high 5, poo, clap for yourself. Oh God, got an award. Carry him up and throw him up. Like, it's just to make him feel proud of himself, like he has done something good and something that he would really love to do again. That was how I just made him feel, because I was so proud of him. So yeah, the day was full of a lot of accidents, but at the same time we still had small victories, and that's what actually counts. Not, you are seeing progress, not perfection, but you are seeing little progress, which is what actually counts. Now let's see the footage of day 2 of Jidenna's training. Drink more. Thank you. Right now, guys, I'm trying to potty training with on this. I just hope this goes well, because I'm looking at him like a hawk. Jenna, your eyes, can you please move back? Leave them. Good. So I'm just watching him like a hawk. I just hope it goes well. But there was a lot of progress yesterday, like a lot. The only time he peed on his body was when he was sleeping, and also when he pooed, because for some reason, Jidenna, can you please leave there your eyes? For some reason he doesn't poo inside his poo. He still poos on his body, and well, they said that's one going to take a while. So I just hope, like, as time goes on, he would know that he's meant to poo inside his potty. Anyways, Jidenna, okay, that's the first alarm.
Mommy.
What is it? Sorry. You're good. You're a strong boy. Anyways, guys, wish me luck. I hope today goes great. I've turned to night. No, this one is day watchman or wee watchman. I don't know. I'm just Jidenna's watchman. That's what I am right now. So yeah. So when you want to poo, you remove your undies. Yeah, and then you sit on the pole. Good job.
See.
Thank you. Yeah, wee.
See.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, I can see it. You didn't wee, so wee in the pole. Then when you want to poo, you remove your undies. And sit down. Good job. Good job! High 10. High 5. Hug. Clap for yourself. Whoa! Good job. Wee. Oh, pee. Good job. Then. Zoom. Flush it. Good job. Now wash your hands. And second one. And then go and clean your hands. Good job. Let's go. Come closer. Come here. Come. When you want to poo, you remove your undies like this and poo. Good job. Then you wear your undies. Hi, Dan. High five. Hug. Come and say hug. Yeah. Good job. Good job. Good job. Woo. Good job, see? Wee wee. Wee wee. Wee. Good job. Let's go. Okay, now doesn't want to the toilet. Anyways, guys, this is the second time he has peed with, like, wearing undies, like, peed well. There was a little regression because he peed on the chair while he was sitting on the chair and watching TV, and he also, after I changed his undies, because wearing white undies, you wouldn't know if he, peed on it again. So I had to change the undies, wear him another one. And when he was playing with his toys, he peed on his body again. So I just kept reminding him. Okay, let me be sincere here. Yeah? When he peed the first time on his body, I was like, oh, you're not meant to pee on your body. You're meant to, pee on, like, on your undies on your body. You're meant to pee in the pool. And no. So when after I changed the undies and I wore him the second one, like few minutes later he peed again. Then I had to be like a little stern with him. I told him, don't pee on your undies, don't pee on your bodies. Like I was a little stern so that he would know that, oh, what he's doing is wrong. And then the remaining 2 times he went to the toilet. He told me went to pool, went to the toilet, and I moved on this and he peed. God, I think I want water. Okay, I want water. So I told him to bring me my car. Now, day 3. In my case, day 5. Day 3 is a big deal because this is where you test everything that you've been doing inside of the house, outside of the house. Now, if you're planning on going out, ensure that they wee and they poo before going out. I recommend you go out in the afternoon so that you have a lot of time in the morning to empty their bowels before going out. Now, on this particular day, you don't need to give them a lot of apple juice anymore. You can now set a timer for a longer period of time, between 40 minutes to 1 hour, and not 15 to 20 anymore. It's actually great because now you start to notice their natural potty schedule. Another important thing that you need to get is a mobile potty. Please ensure you get a mobile potty because you don't want your little one using public toilets, which can cause infection. So ensure you get a mobile potty. I will show you the mobile potty I got. Please do ensure you get the mobile potty. So back to what we were saying. We went out and this boy refused to use the potty. He refused to pee. I don't know why. I don't know if he was scared of his surroundings for some reason. I have no idea. But we were out for 2 good hours. I tried taking him to the toilet several times and he refused to use the potty. He held the urine in. He didn't pee. It was on our way home. Inside the Uber, he peed on my body. But at the same time, I was really proud of him because this boy held his urine. He knew he was not meant to pee on his body, yes. And he held his urine for 2 good hours. So for me, that was a progress. And right, since we had a failure on the day 3 or day 5 in my case, I started to do the same thing the following day, which is day 6. I took him to my friend's house, and while we were there, he's a toddler, right? He was distracted. I set a timer, and then he peed in the potty several times in another person's house. He peed in the mobile potty, and I was so proud of him, and I praised him. I was so happy, so happy. So you see, this day was also full of accidents, full of setback, but there was still progress. Small victories are considered progress. You don't need perfection. You don't need to be worried about anything. As long as he peed or pooed, that's great. Okay, quick one, I forgot to mention something. When you go out with your toddler, during potty training, ensure you get extra clothes, extra tops or trousers, undies, everything. You have to take extra so that you can change them, because there will surely be accidents. Okay, now let's see day 3, in my case, day 5 of Judena's potty training footage. So guys, I'm trying to make him win now. He doesn't want to win. I'll just hang around and before the time and see if he would be able to pee, because right now he doesn't want to pee. God, wish me luck, guys. You guys, I don't know what to do. Judena doesn't want to use the potty. He doesn't want to wee. And I just really hope that today is not disastrous. Well, I actually ensured that he peed a lot before we came here. Like, he peed almost 5 times before we came here. But at the same time, I'm scared because he told me, it was like poo 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 poo. I don't know if it's because he doesn't recognize the environment. I have no idea. I just hope he doesn't pee on his body before we go to this exhibition. Like I said, it's starting by 1:30 and it's currently 12:52. So really, yeah, I want you to. I know you guys want to know the answer to the big question. Is he fully potty trained? The answer is yes and no. Yes, because he learned a lot in a short amount of time. And no, because there are still accidents, and you can't just learn to be, a toddler can't just learn to be potty trained in a few days. So yes, this method was very successful, but the training continues. And now for an update. It has been 1 month since potty training Judena, and he can finally poop inside his potty. At first, it was hard for him to poop in his potty. This is actually hard for all children. Anytime he wants to poo, there's a way he does his body. I know, like, the body sign of when Judena wants to poo. I'll take him to the toilet for him to sit on his potty. He will not poop. He would rather hold that poo in, come out of the toilet and go to his pee zone and poop there. So when I noticed this, I kept taking him to the toilet to poop. Even though he doesn't poop like inside the potty, I ensured that he pooped on the floor of the toilet so that he would get used to the environment. Really messy, but that's what that's what you need to do. So I know that he pooped on the floor in the toilet so that he would get used to the environment. And guess what? Now he poops in his hole, and I am so happy that I don't have to be cleaning or using my hand to pack poo from the floor. You know how that feels. Anyways, if you're thinking of using this method, please let me know in the comment section below. And of course, thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't miss out on my next video. Thank you. Love you. Bye.